Well, good Monday morning, everyone. It's Chief Meteorologist Eric Wilhelm. Hope you had a great weekend. We had a pretty extraordinary weekend weather-wise. It was very warm. Yesterday we flirted with a record high. The record was 68. At the airport, we stopped just short of that at 67 degrees yesterday afternoon. Then our cold front arrived late last evening, and it's very easy to pick out where that front moved through when you look at the observations from the airport dating back 24 hours. Take a look right in here, right after 11 p.m. Right at 11 p.m. it was 56 degrees. These numbers here are the temperatures. So 56 at 11 p.m. At 11:16 it was 54. Then at 11:27 it dropped to 46 degrees. The next column over is the dew point temperature, and you can see a big drop from 52 to 43 on that. And well, it was a pretty windy evening as well, and that front pushed through. We had some wind gusts upwards of 25 to 30 miles per hour or so at the airport with that strong cold front. And in the wake of the front this morning, it's generally in the upper 20s and lower 30s, and it feels like January once again after some of us had the windows open just 24 hours ago. This is how much colder it is compared to 24 hours ago. You can see a lot of, well, minus 30s, minus 35s even showing up in the temperature change across the Ohio and Mahoning valleys this morning. The front is yet to push through eastern Pennsylvania, so that's why it's actually warmer over here than it was 24 hours ago. Over here, though, of course, it is a big, dramatic change. And in the wake of the front, it is dry. Our rain associated with the front is pushed well off to the south and the east this morning. We're going to be high and dry today, and actually a pretty quiet work week. Not much rain, not much snow to talk about this week. Looks pretty tranquil overall. Satellite picture looks like this. It's a cloudy start to the day. We'll see some sunny breaks here and there today, but overall, probably one of the cloudier days of the entire week today. Let's take a look at some computer models over the next week, seeing what will take place. And I've got 4 different models plotted up here, and they all have the same general idea. This week looks pretty quiet with a wave of low pressure moving along our old front by tonight, but that probably, the rain associated with that, the rain and the snow probably does stay off to our south. Could be some icing problems in parts of the southern Appalachians, but this precipitation probably does not get much farther north than the Ohio River, so that's a miss for us. And as we roll things forward towards midweek, again, stormy zone south and east of us with our old front stalled in that general direction. This is not bad news at all for parts of the southeast where they really could use some rain. Our next cold front arrives probably later on Wednesday into Wednesday night, and there could be some flurries and snow showers associated with that. You can see this green showing up on the model here across northeast Ohio, northwestern Pennsylvania. That's indicative of snow showers. This is Thursday morning at 7 a.m., so there could be some flakes of snow flying around Wednesday night into Thursday morning, and then most of us stay high and dry through a good chunk of the upcoming weekend. But one thing we'll be watching as we head towards the weekend and beyond, a big shot of Arctic air is likely to come down during the longer range here later in the weekend into next week, and I'll show you what that may mean for us temperature-wise as we roll things forward here. But overall, the general idea as far as precipitation goes, not much happening for the next week, but snow showers are likely to accompany that shot of colder air by the end of the weekend and early next week. On a positive note, we're gaining daylight. This is a look at the sunrise and sunset table over the next several days, and well, here's the list of sunrises, sunsets, the length of the day, and the amount of daylight we pick up each day. Today we'll pick up about a minute and a half worth of daylight, another minute and a half tomorrow, and same holds true for the rest of the week. When you add it all up, over the next 5 days, we'll pick up about 10 minutes worth of additional daylight. So sunsets are getting later, sunrises are getting a little bit earlier each and every day. So a little bit of a positive note there. But let's talk about the temperatures over the next 10 days. This is a look at the European model, a long-range model that shows what may happen as we head out through the next couple of weeks. And the top chart here is what I want to pay attention to. The orange or orangish yellow line that runs straight through here is the 32-degree line. This kind of red color is indicative of the forecasted high temperatures over time, and as you can see, most of this week we're within a few degrees of freezing a lot of the time. A bit of a dip here by late in the week, could be a pretty chilly day or two in there by Thursday and Friday, and then we may warm things up briefly at the start of the upcoming weekend. But look what happens in the longer range here. Overall, the trend is definitely colder by the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd of the month. That would take us out into the first half of next week. So while it's too early to put exact specifics on high temperatures because these things do change, you want to look at the trend, and the trend is certainly pretty cold for next week, with the potential anyway for a couple of days where high temperatures are not much above 20 or 25, and overnight lows maybe down in the single digits and the teens. That's the European model's version of things. Here, let's get past that. Here is the American GFS model version. This starts on the 22nd, so 8 days from now. And this graph shows high temperatures in the lower teens with overnight lows down in the single digits. Now again, take this with a bit of a grain of salt. We want to keep an eye on the trends, not exactly the specifics, because these computer models are not super accurate this far out. But overall, the trend for the 22nd through about the 26th of the month is pretty darn cold across the Mahoning Valley. So that's kind of an overview of things over the next week or so. I'll see you tonight on 21 News at 6 and 11. Have a great day.